Hello, Guardians. It is Ebontis here, and today is April 1st. So, happy April Fools to everybody. Hopefully, you don't get pranked too bad. But Xur, for real, is in Watcher's Grave, and he is on Nessus. Let's take a look at his inventory. All of the armor is still just garbage for stats, and unfortunately, it is all still the same. So, the legendary armor is going to be collections only for basically transmog purposes. Your exotics, you've got Tractor Cannon, initial push that suppresses enemies, basically emits a powerful impulse that will push enemies. You can't actually boot people pretty far away. Suppresses their abilities and make them more vulnerable to incoming damage. If you don't have it, you should probably buy this one because it always has some interesting use. Damaging an opponent temporarily increases speed and handling of the weapon, and you do tend to also be able to do more damage against them as well. So it's a good one to own just in case it ever, falls into the meta. If you don't have it, buy that one. For the hunters, you've got the Oath Keepers. This is going to let bows charge be held indefinitely, so you can just kind of hang out holding the bow waiting to fire. For the Titans, you've got the Helm of Saint 14. Targets that enter Ward of Dawn are blinded, while allies that pass through gain a Void Overshield. Guarding with Sentinel Shield blinds nearby targets as well. All of these are still, we got 46, 48 there, just collection rolls. So if you don't have them, you could buy them to experiment with the functionality, but you will always want a better version of these at some point because the stats are pretty terrible. For the Warlocks, you've got Controverse Hold, Chaotic Exchanger. Resist incoming damage while charging your Void Grenade, so you're stronger while that kind of delay of charging it. Charged grenades return grenade energy on hit, so you're able to get your grenades that back much quicker. Warlocks who let grenades at all, and definitely Void 3.0, pick this one up. If you don't have it at all, it is definitely worth the functionality. And then if you can farm Lost Sectors to get this thing even better, that's good. But the functionality of Controverse Holds, if you don't have them, make sure you own a pair so you can see how good they are, and then you'll know why you should farm one with better stats. For the weapons, we've got a Gnawing Hunger with Zen Moment and Rampage. It's halfway there, but not quite. You've got Dynamic Sway Reduction, Eye of the Storm. Not really worth anything too much. Firmly Planted, One for All. I'm sure if somebody like crouched in, you'd have it pretty stable. If you manage the One for All, basically hitting 3 targets, you get that 30% damage bonus, or 35, I forget. But again, I don't think this is exactly what you're looking for. It's got decent range and decent handling, but again, the stability is absolutely not much there, so you'd almost have to use this thing crouched the whole time. Slide Shot and Snapshot Sights on a shotgun. Again, about halfway there. Moving Target and Disruption Break, PvE versus PvP. Energy Transfer, that usually basically kills the sword for me. You got the Swarm, you've got Dragonfire for explosions, Dynamic Sway Reduction, so the longer you fire, you've got basically more stability and accuracy. Got a little bit of range, you've got some recoil control with this one, or you can go range on this one if you want to. A little bit of reload. All in all, not the worst thing. If you don't own a Swarm and you need like a Void or Arc machine gun just to have one, it's not a bad buy, but there are probably better versions of this. But again, if you're lacking in the Arc machine gun department, might be one just to add to your collections, especially if you're looking at like Lost Sectors or anything. The only new machine gun that we got is Stasis, so you may as well at least add one of these to your collection if you don't have it. Over here for Hawkmoon, we've got Hipfire Grip. I can't imagine that's what people are going for there, so you can probably skip that. Subsistence was a nice way to level up the Catalyst, and maybe would work for some PvE uses, but honestly, I don't think this is the role that you're going to want to spend your Cypher and Shard for. I have one because I farmed it before Witch Queen came out, but I don't know if this is the one that I would spend the Exotic Cypher, the Ascended Shard, and all of this for. There are better versions what you'd be going for. 4 times the Charm for the crits, so you get more ammo usage. Vorpal for the boss damage. Moving Target for PvP, I should say. Subsistence, just not worth it anymore, so can't say that one's actually worth it. So overall, Xur is kind of blah, unfortunately, because all the armor is bad stats, so these are only worth it if you don't have the functionality of the exotic. Tractor Cannon you should own if you don't, and Swarm you should probably own a copy of if you don't, but that's mostly it for Xur. So that is it for today, guys, for Xur. It is, again, April 1st. Happy April Fool's Day to everybody. Apparently, Xur is still waiting to be fixed. They know it's a known issue, but we don't have a date when his armor will be fixed. Maybe they're just waiting until we get farther into the season to fix it. Who knows? But if you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. Leave a comment below if there's anything I didn't shout out that I should have. If you want to find me on Twitter, it's Ebontis. If you want to find me streaming on Twitch anytime over the weekend, could be doing trials, could be doing Elden Ring, find me over on Twitch. But if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the alert bell. Those of you who are YouTube channel members or Patreon subscribers, thank you for that extra support. All of you are amazing. I'll see you soon.